We have a story now about what seemed like an ordinary American family. It turns out they were leading an extraordinary double life. After tragedy struck, the dad recruited his kids into the family business, robbing banks. ABC's Matt Gutman spoke with all of them.
This morning, for the first time anywhere, the exclusive details about how the Catt family, Scott and his kids, 21-year-old Hayden and 19-year-old Abby, went from the suburbs of Oregon to a cell block in Texas, pleading guilty last week to a brazen bank heist near Houston. It begins and ends with Dad, Scott Catt.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
The felonious father once headed a church-going family until his wife, Beth, died after a battle with breast cancer.
How did you deal with it personally?
I started drinking heavily.
His kids grew close as he strayed. There were arrests, disorderly conduct, and a new expensive vice, cocaine. When the money got tight, Scott launched a new career.
You decided that in order to make ends meet, you had to do things that were a little bit outside the box.
Right.
Robbing banks.
And in late 2012, he would coax his kids, those siblings, now as close as soulmates, into the family business.
Your father says, I have a plan to rob a bank. Shouldn't your first reaction be, are you crazy?
Looking back on it, I can't believe that wasn't my first reaction.
In some way, I was led on, like, this is how I protect them, and these are the only people I have.
Together, they took down 2 banks, netting $100,000. They got busted, spending the last year in a Texas jail. But just last week, we learned that Scott had written his kids a letter asking them to accept jail time as a bargaining chip so that his sentence would be reduced. We went back to confront Scott face to face.
It seems that you're even trying to manipulate them from behind bars.
What do you want me to say to that?
For his role in the robberies, Hayden accepted a deal of 10 years in a Texas penitentiary. Abby also pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 5 years. Making an unprecedented gesture, Sheriff Troy Nels allowed us to bring them together one last time before they served their sentences.
I love you. I know.
Their love for each other, the only thing their father couldn't destroy. For Good Morning America, Matt Gutman, ABC News, New York.
Wow. A lot more ahead on that tonight in 2020 at 10 o'clock Eastern.